Hello and welcome to this new episode of Open Book Entrepreneur. Today, I'm thrilled that we have a money coach here with us in the house. He's a money and career coach, David Gibbs, all the way from US and from Tennessee, I believe. Yeah. So he's one of the top 15 coaches in Nashville, and yeah, I mean, really a great guy. You know, I had a little bit of time to spend with him, but please, David, introduce yourself to our audience and your business.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. Yes, I am from Spring Hill, Tennessee, one of the greatest states in the land of the free. I've been a money and career coach for 7 years. Last month. Now it's 7 years in 1 month. Been going at it, and it has been a blast. I have a wife of almost 11 years. On the 19th of this month, it'll be 11 years. We actually met on September 19th, and then we got married 1 year later on September 19th. So I don't have to remember anything.
Very good.
And and we have two little boys, 6 and 8, and it has been a blessing and a blast to be a money and career coach, guiding folks towards their desired future and what they want for their lives and helping them along the way. Really akin to a gym coach, like I told you earlier, and just guiding them, pushing them to get one more rep in so that they have that strength to go on and not need me so much.
Fantastic. I mean, something off the subject a little bit as you were talking about these dates and stuff. Like, I was a few years back. I was flying with my now wife, obviously, to Israel. Yeah, we were going on summer holidays in Tel Aviv, and before all the war started and everything, before
Yeah.
this big war started, and as we were coming back, you have this big like border control and everything, and before you actually embark on the plane, and they were sort of questioning us. There like some questions and stuff like that, and then this lady, she asked the border lady, she asked us like, so since when you're together? And we said at the same time, I said 2017 and she said 2018, so it
So, you had,
was like,
so did you have a conversation after that?
we did, but it was very
Uh,
funny at that
who,
moment
who
because
was right? Who was
yeah,
right?
this time it was me, but usually she's right with all the dates, and
Okay, good. That probably went better since you were right.
yeah, yeah, exactly. But it's funny, like obviously it's important to remember a lot of dates and stuff, but it's nice to have help of calendar as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, getting back onto the subject of money and money coaching. So what's the usual problem or challenge that someone is facing when they come to work with you?
Yeah. Well, the first thing I just about hear from 99.99% of my clients is I just don't want to be stressed about money anymore. And that in and of itself brings me to the next question, like we were discussing earlier, that it's about proper motivation because I just don't want stress anymore. That's not strong enough.
Mhm.
And so I always say, your reason why should make you cry. We have to work on some exercise to make this strong because on those tough days when you're tired, when you just want to go out to eat, when you're just want to spend some money, you need to have something strong that will get you through, something that you're fighting for. This is the life that we want. And so I help them build that because truly, when folks are dealing with money, if they get that freedom, they wouldn't even know what to do with it because most of the time my clients have been kind of beaten down by life so much that there's a lack of hope, there's a lack of belief that they can even do it. And there's also on the career side of things, there's a lack of, if they get there, it's like, oh, I mean, they don't even know if they're needed or not. And that's actually been on my mind a lot this year. I had a client earlier this year and we were talking and it just hit me. And I asked her, I was like, did you know that you're needed? And I had her say it, like, can you say I am needed? And she goes, and she just started crying. She couldn't say it because a lot of folks, they've been beaten down by life. They've stopped dreaming. They just want this pain to go away. But part of that is no, you can also be a use in your community. You can have a positive impact. And the talents and abilities you have, I don't have. You don't have, Tony, only they have. And so what the core of all of it is trying to help my clients realize that they can have a positive impact. They can get there. They can become free. And we need them to be, because the world would be a better place if they were able to have some money.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I like this. I like this subject as well. And I mean, I can relate to something that happened to me some time ago. So, as you said, clients, when they come to you, the first thing is obviously you speak to them, and they want to sort of get rid of this stress around money. Now, like some time ago, I actually worked on something similar with someone else. And what happened? I said to this lady that was coaching me, like, okay, I just want to get rid of the stress around money. And she said, okay, let's do this like exercise, hypnosis type exercise. And she really like hypnotized me. And since then, I'm never stressed about money. Yeah. But the challenge is really that for many many years I've been running my business, my systems and everything, because based on the stress. Yeah. So, we need more money, and then the stress kicks in, and I'm like focused and working and grinding, and then I make the money. Now, when that was gone, yeah, like, so how do you deal with that with your clients?
Uh, Rephrase that for me. What exactly?
So exactly like when you help your clients remove stress about money, but they've
Yeah.
been sort of like building or making money based on the stress around not
Yeah.
having money. Yeah. So
Oh,
motivation was away from. Yeah.
yeah.
So how do you actually help them overcome that issue?
Yeah. Well, when they've been, and I think I'm getting it right, when they have been doing it, so long and running for so long, that's where I get into the nitty gritty of that desired life. One prompt I have them do is, in your future, and I don't like years. Sometimes people do like 1 5 year, 10 year. No, just desired, however long it takes. Hopefully it'll be next month. But I have them do this prompt of, when you wake up in the morning, what do you want to see? What do you want to hear? What do you want to feel? What do you want to smell? And one client, I love that she did this, but she's like, I want to wake up in the morning, I want to see a goat staring at me through my window, and I want to smell bacon in the other room. And everything that came up with that is that she wanted to have a farm, she wanted to have a family. So it's really, where it all comes from is thinking and everything in high definition,
Mhm.
like exacting details. And that's even with the career. But, at the end of the day, we can get so like that we're doing this for so long. That's why speed is the best. But sometimes you can be doing it for so long, you just get used to it. And then even when you have money, it's like, oh, but I have to cut. I have to keep going. I'm like, so you have to kind of start to learn to switch gears and be wise. You don't want to go backwards, because a lot of people, they get, really upset and never want to go back to that pain again
Mhm.
of being worried about where we're getting our shoes, where we're getting our food. So that becomes a whole new set of training that you are out now. So let's start talking about fun things you can do. And that's why I talk about the impact. Now that they're free and they have some extra money, let's start opening our hands more and letting it flow through us a little bit more to our community and people. And that really helps folks who are so used to being tight to start letting go. So, being more giving works. Who knew?
Exactly. I heard this as well a couple of times. So what about like if have you ever experienced that some clients are actually hitting like a plateau?
Oh,
Uh, yeah, when it
yeah.
comes to money, and just like getting stuck on certain level or something like that. Like, have you experienced that before with
Oh,
your
yeah.
clients?
Absolutely. Well, it's interesting. You realize, because at first, it all sounds so easy. Just write down your motivation in high definition, and we got it, right? But I'll tell you, some of my clients, and I suggest this for them, is maybe since you're first doing this, this is actually this exercise in general of motivation, finding it is getting the gears going. So once the gears are going, maybe the water starts flowing, the water of dreams, and things change, things come up, especially in couples where they haven't really talked about these things in a long time because they've just been surviving, from one child to the next. You have, you're 1 month in with it's like we're just surviving. And so I have them, if you need to revisit and do this in 3 months, where we're writing things down again, journaling, talking it through, go for it. And this is actually something my wife and I do as needed, but in general, we do it once a year because things change, hopes change, dreams change, feelings change. And so we do this exercise once a year where we write down, what we're feeling, where do we want our desired future to go. We make a date out of it, which I tell my clients to do with their spouses, come back together, share with each other what we're thinking. And I'll tell you, some folks that have even been married a long time are surprised, like, oh, I didn't know you wanted to do that. You want to have a golf course? What? And so then that makes it a lot more fun, Tony, for them to come together the next year of, okay, now our budget, our decision, our opportunities, are they getting that us to the life we say we want or not? It really takes the fight out of the budget when you both are looking. We're using this budget as a brick in our wall of building the life we want. That makes it a lot more fun instead of just, oh, do your budget, you're in trouble. Like, oh, you're not allowed to have money. No, we're building something special. And that makes it a lot more fun.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So, what's one major tip that you want to share with our audience if they're obviously, building their business and then thinking about, is it more important to actually have a good lifestyle or okay lifestyle or reinvest into business, or like what's one tip you can give them based on that?
Oh man, just one? You're going to be mean like that? I'm allowed to give one. Um, Truly have your business separated from your personal funds, and then everything will go better. That's my one tip. I've got more. Can I
Mhm.
give it?
Yeah, yeah, please go on. Yeah, that's wonderful advice. Yes. So
Yeah.
what else?
Okay, I'm going to break through this box. Now, but have it separated because it's super important because when things are connected in our personal finances from our business, the stress, it's like, oh, I have to make it right. But what I do in my business, and there are a lot of great books on this. But what I do is I have a business reinvestment fund, so money that's going to go back into it. I have a tax fund, and I have a business savings fund. So the business has its own emergency fund separate from my personal emergency fund. And it's amazing. So that, because of course, when you're an entrepreneur and a solopreneur, I'm the employee, by myself, that, things change throughout the year, things can fluctuate. And so what's nice having that business emergency fund is my income stays the same. It keeps my income the same. So once again, it's taking the stress out of it. And then when it comes to that business reinvestment, that's the money you have to build your business, to advertise and all that. So with that setup, it's okay. It really takes the stress out of everything and makes it to where you pay yourself. Now it's in your personal account and you're not stressed about using that. And so many folks, I think, they there are so many ideas in business of you have to do this and you have to do this. You don't have to do anything. You can, I'll tell you, I've even seen the most successful business owners may not even start with their dream business. They start with a business they can afford, and then they build that up, sell it, and take that money and go to the next business, build that up, sell it, take that money, and then maybe it's 2 or 3 down the road, it's the business they dream of. And that's what we all need to remember. Instead of going for the dream at first, getting ourselves up to here in debt where we're drowning and we have to be perfect and we have to make this amount of money. that's stressful. Then your wife hates you, your kids don't see you anymore, and your business is probably going to fail. And that's where, especially in the United States, one of the big problems in business and why so many folks fail is they jump instead of doing what they can do.
Absolutely, yeah. So good. I mean, I personally been in business since 2006, but this specific business mindset and business coaching I've been running since 2011. So yeah, I've seen this many times over and stuff. Sometimes economy affects you. Sometimes taxes go up. Sometimes like a lot of different things. There is a change in advertising, and yeah, definitely having funds, having these savings and stuff to protect the business, to protect yourself. It's really important. So, if someone wants to actually find out a little bit more about you, learn more about you, or connect to you, how they can do that?
Yeah, they just go to coachdavidgibbs.com.
Okay,
And I'll
great.
tell you, I'm so happy about that, Tony. This year I bought my domain for the first time. And so
Congratulations.
it used to be like, oh, you can kind of find me here, Google me. It's like, just coachdavidgibbs.com. So I'm super excited, super proud. Just wanted to shout that out.
Yeah, yeah, well done. Congratulations. I mean, I checked your website. It looks cool as well. And I'm going to leave the link in the description of this episode. So anyone watching us can check that out. And then on top of that, if you have any questions for David or me, just drop them in the comments here. Also, if you like the episode, drop us a like, subscribe, and yeah, see you all in the next episode. David, thanks a lot for sharing your knowledge and experience and tips and your story with our
Yeah,
audience. Yeah,
yeah, it was such a blessing. Thank you so much for having me. I'd be happy to be back.
same here. Yeah, all the best. Bye bye.